Clack the Geek here, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I will be answering your questions that you left me because I hit 300 joyous subscribers, and I'm celebrating by doing a Q&A. So yeah, let's answer them. Yeah, let's go. First question: have you ever considered getting into tokusatsu special effects in English? It's basically a Japanese drama with tons of special effects. Well, no, I haven't ever considered getting into it purely because I've never heard of it until now. But I can have a look at what it is. Yeah. Questions: if you could change one thing about an Inside Number 9 episode, what would you change? Well, I did my Series 3 video a little bit ago, and my two least favourites from that season were The Bill and Private View. I still love them. I still think they're great episodes, but what dragged them down for me were their final scenes. So in both cases, obviously, you had the main twist near the end of the episode, and in both cases, I thought they were great twists, and with The Bill, I really understood it now. I really understood what the whole thing it was like. It was a con, essentially. I thought they were quite clever, really well executed. Then both episodes cut to black, and then they have one final scene with an extra twist, and in both cases, they're not needed because the twist already was fine on its own. The way that they're shot, it's really not well executed in either sense, and it's just leaving me more confused than anything. So I just cut those scenes entirely. Funniest story which occurred when watching a film. I mean, whenever I'm watching a Bond film with my parents, that's always quite funny. Not in the sense of, oh, it's really awkward, but just like if it's like a Roger Moore film, because we're watching on ITV For Your Eyes Only was on, and I rewatched that, and it's quite fun, and it's like when you're watching it with your parents, that just the snide remarks that they can come out with, it's genius. Also, I have got my parents to watch 12 Days of Christine, and they liked it, so that's good enough. Thoughts on the Rumoured Season 2 collection box set? Ah yeah, the classic Season 2 is potentially coming on the Blu-ray box sets. If that's true, I'm really looking forward to it, because Season 2 is my favourite William Hartnell season. So it's just got that really, wide-eyed wonder about it. That season, I just love it. It's also got Vicky as my favourite Hartnell companion. It's got some brilliant stories like Space Museum, Dalek Invasion of Earth, Time Meddler. Great season. First time we get a 60 season on the Blu-ray sets, that'll be great. And also, the only missing episode from that season, or missing story, is The Crusade, and it's only missing 2 out of its 4 episodes. So as long as that's like a well-done telesnap reconstruction, I can bear with that. I understand with that one, the animation would be really hard to do. What do you think are the most emotional pieces of media you've ever seen? Oh, Christ, there. But yeah, I mean, like, loads of Pixar movies, like Up, the opening of Up makes everyone cry. Ratatouille is quite emotional as well. The Lion King, I know it's not Pixar, but still makes me cry. Just the other day, I watched Interstellar, the Christopher Nolan sci-fi film. What a film, man. But what I loved about it so much is that, yes, it is this sci-fi epic, but it's incredibly human and humble, and like resonates on a very human level. As for TV, I mean, Inside Number 9, 12 Days of Christine, and Bernie Clifton's Dressing Room. I'll get to Bernie Clifton when we get to Series 4, because I've got a lot to say about that one. And then my 2 favourite Doctor Who stories, The Empty Child and Vincent and the Doctor, both make me cry at the end. What would be your superpower if you could only choose one? Why can I only choose one? Can I not have all of them? For me, I'd probably have the ability to freeze time, because then I can actually get stuff done. And get a lot done and get meet deadlines, because it's just convenient. Congrats for 300 subs, thank you very much. Favourite and least favourite classic and modern Who season? Favourite classic season, season 14, Tom Baker season, adore that one. For favourite modern season, I've always said Series 5, but now, after thinking about it for a long time, I'm going with Series 10. For least favourites, modern Who Series 9, I really don't like that. And for classic Who, I'm actually going to pass on this one, because I don't think I can give a concrete answer. I've seen most of it, but there's certain seasons that I haven't seen a lot of. Yeah. If you're going to put Doctors 1 to 13 in a Red Dwarf episode or Bond movie, which of them would you put in? Oh, that's a good question. So, like, which Doctor would I put in what? Well, for a Bond film, I think Pertwee's kind of the obvious answer. So he would obviously fit. I just thought, could you imagine Capaldi in Capaldi in A Spy Who Loved Me? That would be, I want to see that, that'd be sick. As for Red Dwarf episodes, I remember reading somewhere that Craig Charles, who plays Lister, he wanted to get Jodie Whittaker to have a cameo in Red Dwarf as like a wink and a nudge to her, role as the Doctor. So, and I can see, if it was like a modern Red Dwarf episode, I would put Jodie in it, but if it was a classic episode, I would probably say McCoy, mainly because obviously Red Dwarf came out first in 1988 when obviously McCoy was the Doctor, so I think he would fit really like seamlessly into the tone. A TV show that you really want to watch and a film you'd wished you never watched, right? TV show that I really want to watch, Afterlife, the Ricky Gervais Netflix comedy. I watched the first episode. I watched the first one like April last year, and the second one a few months ago. And I want to start from scratch because it's something that I would really like. I love the first two episodes, but I think I need to properly give it my full attention. And a film I wish I'd never watched, Jaws 3D. That film gives no... Like, Jaws the Revenge is better because at least there is ironic enjoyment at parts, and also it is a cultural enrichment on how not to make a film. Jaws 3D gives nothing but pain and suffering and torment and agony and misery. I think that might have actually started my descent into madness, that film. Worst Marvel film? Well, in my opinion, if we're talking about the MCU, I'd personally say The Incredible Hulk. I've always found that really boring and ugly and just pants, and it really feels really inconsequential. Although I did watch The Eternals not long ago, and that was similarly boring and pants as well. Are there any periods in English history that you'd wish you could experience living in? For instance, you wish you could be one of the Knights of the Round Table or one of Robin Hood's merry men. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really fascinated with history, but it's at the same time, do I want to live through it? Because it is also really horrible at the same time. I don't know. It's really difficult to say. I mean, those two examples are quite cool. I did think about this question. I personally said that the 1960s, because there were lots of cultural moments in the 1960s, and especially for like in the the late 60s, like you had the Summer of Love, and in I think 67 was that, and a lot of as well cultural moments like Kennedy's assassination, the moon landing for the all these. I would be really curious to see how they were, what the culture would have been like, how monumental this was to the public. I'm really curious about that, and also just like pop culture at that time, like Beatlemania. Obviously, there was like Bond, Sean Connery at the height of his stardom. You could watch the Missing Doctor episodes if you went to the 60s. That'd be sick. Do you plan to attend any fan events this summer or fall, for fall, if any British reviews? That's autumn. Probably not this year, because one, they're bloody expensive, but I probably won't. I tend to usually go one a year at most, but yeah, probably not this year. I don't think. We just finished celebrating the 4th of July, a huge holiday in America. Do you have any big summer holidays in the UK? Well, this year we've actually celebrated the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, haven't we? Because it's 70 years and whatnot. And there was like big celebration, like 4-day weekend. I didn't really celebrate it. I don't really celebrate that kind of stuff. But it was cool, wasn't it? I've read in the news that Spain and France have been burning up with summer heat. How is your summer weather so far? It's boiling. It is absolutely cooking. Like just. Yeah, we've had a massive heat wave, and it's nice, but not. Do you have any favourite English chocolate bars or other sweets? Are Jammy Dodgers a favourite of yours? I mean, I love Jammy Dodgers; they're great. My favourite chocolate probably is Aeros. The bubbly ones. I love them. And I love the little bubbles that you get in the bag. I love them. And the mint ones, they're really nice as well. 5 or 6 years from now, do you see yourself as an Oxford or Cambridge man? I'm not massively fussed on what university I go to particularly. I mean, I would like to maybe, but yeah, I'm not massively fussed about it. Funniest Doctor Who story this is a good one, because for me I'd probably say Partners in Crime is a really good contender, because when I had my teeth taken out for my braces and whatnot, it was quite horrible. You couldn't really do anything, so I decided to put on a feel good Doctor episode, and I chose Partners in Crime. And if you want a perfect example of the Tennant and Tate comedy duo, look no further than that episode, because I am jealous of that episode's comedic timing. It is brilliant. Favourite Bond car other than the DB5? You cheeky little bugger, you. I mean, I'm glad that you said other than the DB5, because I want to talk, because there's loads of other Bond cars, but like the DB5 is just the best. Like, it just is the best. But I'm glad, I want to talk about other ones. Like, for me, the second best would probably be the V8 Vantage from the Living Daylights, and also No Time to Die as well. I love that car. I love the skis that pop out and the laser on the wheel. I love that Living Daylights car chase, and that car is fantastic. And say what you want about the film that it's in, but I quite like the Vanquish from Die Another Day. The Aston Martin Vanquish. I actually quite like it. I mean, even if you don't like the invisible car stuff, you can't deny it's a beautiful looking car. Favourite Pixar films? The Incredibles, Ratatouille, WALL-E. don't at me. And the age-old question, does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes, it does. I don't even know why this is a debate. Like, it just is. Of course. Have you ever played The Last of Us or Uncharted games? I've never played them. I know of them. I know, like, Uncharted, Nathan Drake's the main character. I know, like, adventure kind of games, but I've never played them, though. Have you seen the new Top Gun movie? Ah, yeah, Top Gun Maverick. That was fantastic. In my opinion, it's probably the best film of the 2020 decade so far. It felt really fresh in terms of, like, films. It felt like something really new, but spearheaded by Tom Cruise, somebody who's been doing it for decades now, and it just was truly something special. And I really come out the cinema just really having enjoyed myself, and it's just a great feeling when you enjoy yourself that much. Do you know the song "Walk Like an Egyptian"? Of course I know that song, and I know the video. What's your favourite and least favourite story of each Doctor's? Right, there's gonna be quick fire. Okay, favourites: Hartnell, The War Machines; Troughton, The War Games; Pertwee, The Time Warrior; Tom, Genesis of the Daleks; Davison, Earthshock; Colin, Attack of the Cybermen; Sylvester, Remembrance of the Daleks; Bombergan, Blood of the Daleks, the Big Finish one; Eccleston, The Empty Child Doctor Dances; Tennant, The Wars of Mars; Smith, Vincent and the Doctor; Capaldi, Walden, Half Time Doctor Falls; Jodie, War of the Sontarans. Least favourites: Hartnell, The Web Planet; Troughton, The Dominators; Pertwee, The Day of the Daleks; Tom, The Leisure Hive; Davison, Warriors of the Deep; Colin, Time Lash; McCoy, Paradise Towers; McGann, the TV movie; Eccleston, The End of the World; Tennant, New Earth; Matt Smith, Wedding River Song; Capaldi, Hellbent; Jodie, Saranga Conundrum. Damn! And the final question, what would you say has been your best and worst experiences in fan bases? Well, I mean, with the Doctor Who fan base, anyway, it's been... Doctor Who fans are such wild things, aren't they? We're strange creatures, we are. One of so much about the Doctor Who fandom is the fact, so much creativity, like... Especially, like, I think what really highlighted that was during the 2020 lockdown with the COVID stuff and whatnot. And it was just that, people obviously had a lot of free time and whatnot, and I saw on YouTube so many YouTube channels, really, coming to light, and obviously the ones who've been doing it for years, and then like new ones coming out and making their own videos, and just so much creativity in the fandom, whether it's like fan films or cosplay, or obviously like VUSAs and reviews and rankings and all that stuff, or fan art, and certain things that I'm not really into like fan art, but like it's not something that I do, but it's the stuff that people do is brilliant. And then obviously not just YouTube, but also other areas like there's like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all these kind of things. And the creative side of it is just fantastic. Also in 2020 with the global watch-alongs, they were just... It was an indescribable feeling of being together, so many people, so far apart in the world, different continents and whatnot, but all coming together to enjoy their favourite show, even though, with the Chibnall era, people could so easily be attacking each other. In the lockdown, it seemed like, yeah, we might not agree on this, but let's just enjoy what we enjoy. And it's just a brilliant mindset to have, and it's just like, because people could just enjoy Doctor Who, and it was just brilliant. And I mean, I will never forget them. And the worst experiences with the fan base is when that is the opposite. It's when people just attack people. When the latest episode's out, people just attacking people. Like, oh, if you like it, you're some corporate shill for the BBC. Or if you don't like it, you're some sexist, misogynistic dinosaur or whatever. It's just unnecessary. And then when people get attacking the actors, and it's just, oh man, it's draining. It's really just draining. But yeah, probably in the pandemic when people were, coming together to, we're all in this together in the pandemic thing, so let's just not fight and just enjoy it. And with that is my Q&A done. So hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the heat, the summer heat, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.